a little bit about your beginnings and how you got into playing guitar and how you got over here? And...
Well, like I said, I saw my dad on stage when I was about 7, and seeing the Stevie video and my dad gave me the reason to play the guitar. And I started playing with my father's band. I joined when I was 9. I was almost 10. And we played back in the mid-90s. And actually, they considered me back then as a child prodigy. Because we played like TV shows, and we had radio interviews and newspaper articles and all kinds of stuff. It was really cool back then. And you know, there was not anything scary about it to me. Like I didn't feel like a weirdo. I was kind of a weirdo because all those kids in school, you know, they were like, what do you play? Blues? What's blues? I'm like, this is what I do.
You were part of a hair band.
Yeah, no, they listen to all this modern, you know, mainstream thing, but which is normal, you know. So I was kind of a weirdo playing the guitar. But you know, they still like me, so that's good. And so as I was growing up, I had this feeling that, you know, Texas is calling me. The place where Stevie is from, you know. And I don't really remember when exactly was the idea that I want to come here. But in 2006 that happened, first time. So I came here, spent like almost like 3 weeks here. Went down to Austin, on 6th Street, you know, went to the bars, and I jammed with different musicians, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and after that trip, after I went back to Hungary, I landed on the airport, and I was like, I just want to come back here, you know? And the next year I did. And it was pretty hard, because I'm an only child, and I left my parents there, you know, and haven't seen them for like 3 years. And I went home last year, first time, after 3 years. Yeah, and my wife, actually, she saved my life, and I can thank her that I'm here today, because without her, I don't get a green card, you know. I wouldn't be able to stay. But anyway, it was a pretty big journey, you know. You know, I could tell you stories, but that's not why we're here for. We're here for the guitar, right? My influences, beside my dad and Stevie, are like pretty much the same influences like Stevie's, like the old guys, you know, Albert King, Albert Collins, B.B. King, Buddy Guy, T-Bone Walker, Lightning Hopkins, Jimi Hendrix, of course. You know, and there's a lot of names. Like I like some modern players too. Like you know, I like rock. I like some metal too, but you know, I'm pretty much a blues guy. So. But I listen to, you know, Van Halen and AC/DC and, you know, Metallica sometimes. You know, I like that stuff too. But I'm still a blues player. But this is a good way to get more influences. Like, you have to listen to different style of music and just all kinds of, you know, different stuff to get the idea and build up your own style. Like, if you're a player, you have to learn, and it's not going to end ever. You always learn something new. You always have to learn something new.
When you're playing blues, what are the what's the fundamentals that you're doing? I mean, you're dealing with pretty well 12-bar blues, which the guys that we have worked with. When you're dealing with soloing, what type of scales are you using?
Well, the basic of the guitar playing, basically the soloing is pentatonic scale, which is 5 notes. You know pentatonic. You know pentatonic. You know pentatonic. How about you? Good. So the basic pentatonic, let's say the key of A, what everybody plays, which is good, but a lot of people don't know that you have to actually move your hand everywhere on the neck and be able to play the same, 5 notes everywhere. You have to find them. So what I usually teach is the 5 positions of the pentatonic scale. One key of A, back and forth. In the second position, it's going to start in the G. So if you're just moving your hand just down to the G, you can reach those notes easily and just chain them together with the A position and combine them together. That's how you build up your solo. So
Plus you're getting, if you're in that first position, or like you said, in G position, you're dealing with lower notes in that scale, a few lower notes.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in that A position or position 2, that we've done, you've got higher notes, so you're able to move around more and get more of the range of the instrument.
Exactly. And let me show you the third position down here, which starts in E, basically. That was number 3. That was number 4. You can always come back to the root note, but where you started, it's going to be in a different key. Like this was C, after the A, and then D. And back to the root note. So I pretty much played the A, the root position, root note, and then the G, and then the E, and then the C, and then the D. And if you learn all these 5 positions, the 5 notes, you're going to be able to build up your soloing and walk around everywhere, anywhere you want. Like, for example, here's a little just improvising. I'm going to improvise it. Like, I start playing with the pentatonic scale and just do a little walk up from the lowest note to like up high. See, so because I know all the 5 positions, I can chain them together.